Doesn't lose those often.
Only his 12th of the tournament.
Site, yeah. That's our first step forward. Again, instantaneous trade. Consistent from what we know so far of these teams. And there's no messing around. It's a fast play, a double jump straight down, but Crash is still in hell. And a bit shaky with the aim. He can't quite find the third. Cryo still left standing in that 1v1, and he does not know where the positioning is. FNS again. Crashies should be supporting the rest of them, but how has zekken avoided all that? Picked up a gun in the process, a quick little upgrade, but unable to win out the fight. OpTic's still going to be clean with this one. Spike has to be reclaimed, but safe site and a safe plant.
And the rest of these XSET guys are quite far away from the play. Only a shorty in the hand of BCJ that just didn't go into the spot that he was holding. And at this point, maybe you just play for exits, something like that. XSET going to go for a bit of a B main retake, but yeah, he was quite weak.
Yeah, off onto the corner of the Marshall. He was weak in the end of it. Play inside the smoke though, making sure to clean up. That are reaching for. Just a little play into mid there. Cryo tries to take the angle down with the operator. There's a fight taking place though. How has AYRIN got away with that? Three, one after the other. And there were trade attempts there by the OpTic players, but just getting beamed down in the process.
What a round by AYRIN.
Well, but that has been reclaimed by dephh. You can see him picking him up there, and he's still locked down the angle. He's still created elsewhere, but until 28 seconds left, and now the spike starting to get planted.
Wow, the lockdown being committed as well for the retake.
And Ye's been spotted. That's a hard read. They know that Ye likes to play in mid in that kind of fashion, and Victor has to make a play here. It's a beautiful set of utility, but the gun's still in the hands of them. The fragment nade on top of it. Victor is doing so much work, but not enough, not enough. And it's pure BM as the last player standing.
Frequently up on catwalk, as it looks like BCJ and Marv have been assigned this area of the map. This time BCJ coming out on top, and Victor setting up for this flank down mid. The little look, play with a flash.
Pop flash play, no one playing anti, yet still. Cryo was facing in an opposite direction, so it just didn't affect him that much. Flick at the wrist and he deals with that pesky lurk player, but OpTic, again, with the contact plays, doubling up, swing into Cryo. On end to destroy the horns, legged him in the process, and enough damage for AYRIN being shown, but Victor not wasting any time. Pop flash play through the horn, lights him up. dephh was completely revealed, completely blind, but the crossfires are finally online. Better weaponry, a bit of a reload. Cryo though, safe hands. A skip and a hop away to try and escape all that brute force aggression that's coming through, and what a shot. OpTic are biding their time, finally now starting to wade their way into this side, but they have to deal with zekken! And he's back and forth, left, right, around generator, and the kills are just flooding in for him. And once more, XSET, so clean, so consistent.
Back in series, is their mental strong enough to avoid crumbling? These are all questions that could be answered in this map, and they've just done such a great job in the early rounds here of dismissing everything that OpTic throw at them.
This matchup here between them and OpTic is that next great milestone. The thing they've got to overcome here. Top finish. Good heads up by XSET. They were watching the notable angles, but crashies ends up trading. It does have that operated. It could still get scary in a 2v3. Remember that. BCJ ends up using his ultimate for a bit of information there. Cancelled it. They know where these two players are. With 45 seconds left, there is time to make a move, to make a play, especially Ye. He's got the rifle, and timing is everything. The peak angle is everything, and Ye wins it out. But still, the spike is dropped. Bit of a backstab play there through market. Smoke propped up, and they know where Ye is. Paranoia scatters across, and it's a cleanup.
Utility.
It's the time when you should be going in now, but Hunter's Fury, it offsets all of that aggression. How OpTic going to be getting back into this one? They still want to make the play. And I mean, dephh, he can't see a bloody thing. AYRIN with the crossfire. The setup, it's just too damn clean. Made a lot of space for them. Close the door on himself.
I think he was trying to duck back underneath it and didn't grab the timing.
Awkward, man. So awkward.
Don't think I've ever seen Ye use an Odin, honestly.
Listen, use what you get given. And the players are now working their way up into heaven here for the OpTic. Bit of a flash play. Cryo has to respect it and back away.
Look how isolated dephh is here.
So all over the place. Did they realize that Victor's still there? The answer, not quite. With the right click, and Victor running them down, but still only 10 seconds. It's just up to zekken. He could deny the plant, but he doesn't choose to. Holding, he hears the footsteps. Does he know where the plant is? Close to him. He suspects it. And one shot to the cranium. That'll finalize it. coming through into a different direction, but he's pretty far back into spawn. Doesn't mean Victor ends up using his, but the angle Cryo just missing this one. And it is a split attempt through Cat, through Tree, straight through main, and Cryo still is being under so much pressure. Yeah, he deals with him well enough, but Heaven is still locked down and a spray down.
But now he's on the defense side.
Now all the way through, XSET going to be cutting it across. Quick dash to the side, has to be dealt with, and there's an instantaneous trade. Victor will fall, but Adad is doing a decent amount to gather that information. It does grant crashies an additional kill.
I'm sure they must have thought crashies was cleared by that fragment grenade.
What?
And he just drops down again.
Drops down into hell, and all the kills barreling one after the other. Any sort of attackers to get presence in the choke points, shut them down, cut them up.
And while we're talking about the questions for XSET of whether or not they're going to be able to, you know, brush off the loss in a comeback of map 1, whether they've got that championship mentality, you just know it's there from all.
All the players are grouped up into B main. BCJ, he's going to be have the one to put up the big numbers. He's eventually going to go down traded, and now 13 seconds is left, and all of that damage prior, well, they've got to make their way onto the side, they've got to make their mark, and Spike has to be planted here, and it's an opening for them. Pushing them sides into the lane, the weaponry in their hands, down to the 1v1. crashies versus dephh, and a quick spray down means crashies reigns supreme.
Oops.
Defensive play on the chamber, yeah, it's a bit of a whiff there with a fragment nade. Angle has to be watched here for Victor because there is a fast bit of pace injected in one after the other, but still AYRIN, quick swap of the weaponry around, but Ye once more watching.
This side of the map.
Yeah.
You watch crashies and he's never worried.
Cut noise re-hit, dash now into that cloud burst, moving forwards. There's Victor watching that angle with crashies as well, Odin in his hands, great wallbang angle. Couple of shock darts, try and soften up the opposition. Marv's got a lovely line. The angle is being found, but zekken wants to fight it anyway. Brute force has to be the name of the game, but the spike is dropped down anyway. There will be no reclaiming of it. And a swing through from OpTic. All the players. deph's managed to find his way into B main without taking too much damage, but remember, it is a bit of a half-buy, weaker weaponry kind of round. Not enough to buy for XSET to fully invest into this one. And they have managed to find themselves a bit of space onto lane. Moving forwards. crashies though, back and forth. Just evading them for the time. Making sure that he buys enough time for the rest of his team to rotate in. So they are willing to give them the site and the plant.
What a
Out
great...
on the top though, you've got to be careful of this one.
Just giving away his positioning, but you can't counter-spam. They just don't have good enough weapons.
No, the Stinger's not enough to try and get through it. And it has to be a reclear. XSET want to try and play fast and loose in this one, fighting for control of stairs, but a nade over the top. Damage is being done, and AYRIN through now. No command has to come through, and yay, just a slight tag. Bleak damage being done. A quick scope, but eventually a trade. Still knocking dephh to his feet. Time is running short though. 10 seconds in a round. There has to be that plant.
And here's where the ultimates are really working for XSET. Utilizing the lockdown and the null command left OpTic in a sad spot.
Hunter's Fury is going to be used proactively here. There is a timing, and a target is eventually found. A critical one at that. Victor, he had the knife. Just a couple of seconds to try and cancel that one, but now just 2v4. That is what OpTic are having to play towards here. Doesn't look really doable with the manpower that they've got.
But any exits here are going to be devastating for XSET. The economy difference could not be larger.
And no one's clearing the one side of it. BCJ's managed to get his way past. TP across. The players are just being absolutely choked up, bogged down. Up now for the A push.
And the turret gets withdrawn.
Yeah, and here comes the play. Flash though, oh, that's dodged by Victor. What a spray down! The guy just can't be stopped. In fact, he wants to take the fight to him. One after another, 3 kills under his belt. Cryo has got to try and pick up the pieces of this round, but with only 15 seconds remaining, the spike is in such an unfavorable position. No one's able to retrieve it.
10 seconds left.
And XSET just have to hold on to these guns for the sake of their economy. They've been put in that position multiple times. And that is going to be a blow at any point in this half.
Smoke dropped up, Paranoia. As a seize, it connects onto him.
Perfect timing.
Yep, Cryo is in such a dangerous situation. Not slamming like they could be in here. Victor just trying to play up close and personal. Cryo, it's a lovely angle to take, and he has dealt with Marved easily enough. There's an attempt. A play was being made there by FNS, but he's also shut down. And finally, XSET are able to gain some ground.
And this play on a force buy round with weak weaponry seems to have worked beautifully for XSET. And EA wants none of it. I mean, E is just saving.
Yeah, just backing away. You think about when OpTic were last playing Ascent in a Team Liquid game, the thing that they were struggling with when they were on their defense side was essentially Scream disrespecting them. It's running in, confidence, taking fights. It sounds counterproductive, I think, when you're going up against a triple initiator comp, because you saw how much Cryo got stopped down. There was a C to this feed.
Yeah, you have to dodge C's, you have to dodge the Haunt. The Haunt's going to be comboed with a flash and a recon.
Yeah.
B, they have a lockdown that they could use here, and crashies has ult to try and deny it.
Yeah.
But that takes crashies out of the picture for a little while and stops his recon dart or his drone being a problem.
This drone, what is the play to try and destroy this Killjoy
droning?
lockdown? Crashies, why are you droning there? Knife into the back, holding the angle, he just expects it, but there is discipline.
He's just suppressed.
Yeah, XSET were just so well drilled, they didn't burst their way into the side, they didn't flood in like he was expecting, and Crashies, he's got no choice but to try and slowly evade them.
Of these maps, it's just going to be people talking about it like it's Copenhagen all over again. And Crashies rip off the rip!
Just making the plays. Cryo still returns of one though. Ye was capitalizing off the chaos. He tried to put himself up onto that line, and he was shut down in the process.
And that's the main reason that Crashies goes for the ult, is to set Ye up on that. Cryo's still with the punish.
Drone dodge, they're retrieving the operator.
They still want to go for a double op setup, or rather, Marved has now picked back up the Vandal.
This is really intriguing.
But I think they still have one over a B.
I'm curious what the play is here, because Cryo's sitting with that spike online. I see BCJ with the ult. Are they going to be trying to get the spike dropped onto him and try and pivot into a B hit? It's all really crumbling, because Crashies, I mean, the guy's just sitting nice and pretty in wine. Smoke to try and get him out. Of course, the backup is there, playing inside the smoke. Sidestep, side dodge, Cryo. He's making the most of it, and yeah, he's a one-man army! Tips his way across, an attempt is being played. Cryo, he's got the spike, and BCJ wants to regroup with him. He's going to teleport back to his teammate.
It's an impossible choice for FNS. But he picks correctly, goes into A, which is where the spike has been planted here.
Sees connects, he sees it as a double swing, but it's the win! Second half. Second, bit of information gathered, and a right click, well, gifted of a slight kill. An attempt there by OpTic, they're just trying to take the space, capitalize maybe off of it, but okay.
And the chamber battle over on B long. It goes the way of Cryo.
What? Right through his kneecaps. Two players going down there, and Cryo has just made a mockery of this approach onto B.
What a beautiful round. And now left to FNS to see what a nuisance he can be, sneaking towards the back.
Spotted out.
They get too much time to demonstrate their attack rounds against Loud.
What? Okay. Right, Josh, really not a lot to really showcase at all. The right clicks are putting in some serious work so far. The 2 rounds that we've witnessed. And guns are being retrieved. That's Crashies picking up a bit of an upgrade.
And this is what OpTic were doing on their attack round against Loud, getting into such dangerous lurk positions. Here comes FNS back through flowers.
Yeah, is this going to be watched for? The answer is yes, yet somehow AYRIN ends up losing out the fight.
Deadly.
Just immense value out of the classics.
Deadly crosshair placement from FNS.
They deal with FNS now. Crashies will get the plant down. Extra money in the back pocket for his team. In fact, this round is looking potentially winnable. The knife does spot him, and this is a really risky play from Crashies.
Oh, but he's found the timing.
Oh, Cryo watches for it. Utility, this is Cryo removing his rendezvous, and an explosion onto the side. The Haunt's going to be lighting up the 2 players in alley, making sure they take control of Elbow, and Marved as well. Really good discipline. Gets the kill, backs away, maybe gets the second. No, Zekken will take care of him.
Great play by Zekken, forces the fight, and shuts him down, shuts Marv down, sorry, so that they can fully commit to the retake. Now, how do you flush out these players?
Yeah, 2 players in elbow. A couple of them are weak. Looks like they want to try and fight over this one. Victor was holding the flash, but FNS takes contact anyway. Only that takes off the heads of Cryo. Another attempt's being made, but just dodging the flash rule, not quite connecting. Down to just Zekken. A lot of life to his name, and the rifle as well. Might opt to save it into this one, but I think he just wants to do the economic damage. He knows that they are just trying to escape away with the weapons. A bit of damage, gets the bullet tag, but Victor wins it out. But now to Nightfall, that is going to be creating so many opportunities. Yay, he could get a move on if he wanted to. There's no more sound cues. The pulling them back, a stun on top of it, and there we go. Ye's time to strike. The kill's going this way, that way. It's chaos, it's pure pandemonium. And Ye will strike. One after the other, the players of XSET fall. Just not quite ready for it. And OpTic showing so many layers to their game plan on the attack. Gonna start to barrel through. OpTic want to try and get this plant down clean, but it's a tap to try and bait the swings. And bait they will. Right through the wall, being watched for. Making sure the angles are there.
Not even requiring the investment of the Viper's Pit. OpTic reading what that defensive play would be and dealing with it. Zekken's just getting out of there. Wants to save the operator.
It will keep this one going. Okay. Dangerous. Trademark at his heels. Get out of there.
This is not going to offer any opportunities.
Very close angle here with the Viper's Pit down. Do they want to try and play fast inside of it? It's just waiting a timeout, Marved! Right from just making sure the late lurks get incredible value. I love the way that OpTic are playing this as well. It's so cautious in their approach. They laid down the Viper's Pit, but nobody was playing inside of it because they're so aware. Finds the timing. Pure, intelligent play from him. But a Nightfall will scatter them to the wind now and pushes back OpTic once more. They don't have space being gained by a lurk player this time. What's the play? Has to be to try and cut noise and re-hit, but with Marv being dealt with, it feels a little bit unorthodox, I think, their approach to this attack side round. All the players are lurking in mid. There's 25 seconds left.
And BCJ's got the read here. Ye was thinking about going for it.
He's backing away now.
Cryo being alive as well is just giving them constant information on the trademark. There's no time for this.
Left. Dev could just stop this in his tracks and he hears them running. Fragment nade. Stops them down in their tracks. Has to be the plan now. FNS off to the side and a bit of spam will do the job. And no more time on the clock for them. You have to force the fights. But OpTic have been bamboozled.
Because otherwise, if anyone slips through it, it's a disaster for the defense.
And either side just watching for the right moment. It's Ye who takes first contact. Cosmic Divide. Cuts its way across, and FNS, how has he found his timing?
Dev got pulled into the site.
Right in between them, and he takes out Zekken.
The way that OpTic work the map is just sublime.
Just down to Cryo. Spike planted, post-plant positioning. Cryo wants nothing to do with it.
And Bren, you just simply cannot give OpTic the middle of the map.
On heavy emphasis for OpTic. To try and land their way on the A side. Whenever they got the Cosmic Divide to make their mark, Cryo, how they're going to be striking. Cosmic Divide is going to be layering it this down. It's going to be passing the site a little bit for them to be able to take this.
What a play!
Forwards! BCJ, what a play! But still down to that 2v2. And Marv inside, outside, his own smoke and the wall.
And he's just inside this
play. Side pop flash play, Victor. Blinded himself more than the opposition, yet still comes up with the kill, still with the goods, and now it's down to AYRIN. Plant online, has to prioritize the control of the objective. Whips out the pistol! AYRIN! You can't be getting away with that, son. But it's not over yet. Probably going to be sent flying through. dephh is going to get the Resurrect online, but now they are swinging for it. The punishment, not quite there. Victor wanted to make the play. Sidestepping it, sees connects. Yado putting in so much work. The Tether points the angle in an instantaneous trade and play. For crashies, just holding that one angle down, but it's pissed around. It's not over yet. Takar making their way in, weaving their way in. Nobody's watching for this. FNS has somehow lurked and found that timing and found that kill. But a BCJ, there was no trade instantaneously there. There has to be a pull. They're trying to block it, but it pulls it right into the line of sight of BCJ.
Being able to take down Marv there is pivotal. Ye comes around the corner, Headhunter, 4 bullets available.
Faster play has to be made, but a bit of run and gun is the play. And today when you're playing with just the Headhunter bullets. Hot flash there from OpTic. They don't want to be giving up this site, and it's a pull to disrupt this one. No elbow control, and now a slide and a dash all the way in XSET. Definitely taking names and making sure that they take all the space on the site.
And this B site hit.
Way through Cryo with the late lurk. Down, that Hort actually tagged him. Bit of spam in play, but eventually traded. They need to clear out this corner angle though. To the back of the side as Secret crashies could still do some massive work for them, but he has to respect the Prowler. Backing away, removes both of them and playing inside the fast lane, but no one wading into his line of sight.
Do they expect Marv to be this fast?
What?
Oh, what a shot through the box.
Right through the box, but just cannot claim the second one. To 2v3 now on XSET. Despite the fact that it is their bonus round, committing the ultimates with the Nightfall across. Yay, the last bastion of this one on the retake. and he just doesn't have the money to spend.
To clear out.
Yeah, really difficult. BCJ though, Prowler, now they know. And it latches, the connection onto Marv, he couldn't see a thing.
What a clearance.
Good utility. That's going to be forcing at least some rotations. I think the footsteps should have been heard there by Cryo.
Yeah, definitely. Cryo could try and take a timing to break the trademark on the other side of the door, but just feeding that information to the rest of the team. Now here's the issue. They're going to be funneled into Ye.
El Diablo, he's been able to get value before. Hero rifle, one angle, one shot typically is all it takes for him, but the reposition ever so slightly now, and it all comes down to this because XSET are contacting all the way, and it's a sidestep, a bait of it. BCJ is so fast to instantaneously punish. It's not over just yet though. Victor does make a tremendous attempt there. Kill into the opposition, and the players are ready and waiting, but they just fall and line up, one after the other, holding the necessary angles, and a spike plan at the end of it. XSET getting the extra pocket change. Q has to come through. Bit of raw spam. Marved is ready. He's holding down elbow. Wants to take the fight to them, but ends up losing and paying with his life. deph's going to be dropped to his knees, obviously, with the no command in play, but not really in a resible position. They can't quite pick him up. So what is the play? A spike plan. Yay! Finds it. Heaven is open for him. What? Play has to be made. Yay! They just run straight into him.
And FNS is just trying to...
Who's the contact for Victor?
It's FNS.
To the side,
FNS is just trying to drag it all out.
Yep, and that's a play being made. Mows them down. Live in action. Gave a slight return once more. Let's see it. The third kill for him. Prime Gaming flawless. He has just been locking down the angle every single time. There's a trade at work.
There.
Gonna be going down without a fight. Oh, the timing on the Prowler. And Cryo caught none the wiser. Nightfall on top of it, but they have completely vacated. This time there's a pivot into art. No trademark to stop them in their tracks. Maybe a late push from Zekken through main, but he's only got the shorty to his name as well as that. Here comes the util dump. Crashes could be everything with the timing behind them, and a fight is still being made. Flashes on flashes. Util once more barreling its way into the back of things, and it is pushing back the approach. How has Zekken got into this position, but still shut down? The XSET players just cannot withstand it. But here comes the fast lane and the Nightfall. Makes his way across the site to try and take that elbow control. Someone needs to deal with this though. The Haunt, it lights up dephh. Makes him an easy target again, and they line up for him. Holding close to the corner, an instantaneous trade nevertheless. AYRIN still wants to make his mark on this round, and the Cosmic Divide will at least help them out for now.
Yeah, really good ult to make this one doable, but AYRIN is losing health
at a rapid rate. He's vulnerable! And the percentage play, you just have to save. They've got the angles, they're swarming them from every possible position.
This is a much quieter approach. Trying not to give away.
Trying to cut the noise, Ye goes down.
That's a huge one. Anytime you can drop Ye early.
Forcing a fight, the Haunt's going to get broken there. crashies looks like he still wants to fight, still wants to play.
But they're not worried about B at all.
Just backing away. It looks like they've got the correct read on this because guess what, the spike's leading that way, and a late lurk by Marved. He's all the way behind them. He's got them all the information in the world. Sees at the back of the site though. This is the danger zone. They do reward themselves. They get the kill. They spam it through the wall at the end of the day. It's down to crashies and Marved. Can they do the heroics? Can they make the big play?
Marved has had such a monstrous map.
All the space in the world! Contact through and a spray down! crashies has found his target. A stick on the spike, there needs to be a play, but it's being watched for, and crashies scot-free gets away with it. OpTic are making their way through that upper bracket.